Greetings, Raider Nation. Now, I had to collect my thoughts on this game for a bit to really think about this loss. For there was a chance at us winning this game. I'm not going to say that we were going to win this game, but we had a shot at it. But due to penalties and our inability to stop the Texas offense, really hurt us. I said in my pregame video that our D-line, our defense is gonna wreck the Texas offense, but that really didn't happen at all. For at the start of the game, it looked like I was close because our defense was putting some pressure on Swoops and really getting in the backfield, disrupting plays. But eventually, as the game will go on, we stopped playing good football and started being a bit sloppy, missing tackles, arm tackles, and we just got outplayed. And Mahomes, when he was in the game, I mean, he was doing a better job than I thought he was doing this entire season so far. But I don't think the outcome would have been too much different if he stayed in the game. For he was still having some slight difficulties against the Texas secondary, and it's a good secondary. Don't get me wrong, though. But I don't think Mahomes was a quarterback of that caliber to throw the ball effectively against a secondary like Texas's. And I think I can speak for everyone who was at the game. When Mahomes got up after that call that really should have been a targeting foul, it was terrifying. I mean, you could feel the life being sucked out of the stadium when you saw him get up, kind of woozing around, and it definitely gave me a really sick feeling in my stomach to see him do that. For that is hard to watch, no matter what side you're on. That is something you never want to see, and I really hope he's okay. I mean, this is one of the things I was scared was going to happen to him if he ran the ball constantly. For you're more liable to get injured, and he got injured pretty bad out there. We can only hope for the best for him right now. And the officials and the refs are caring so much about these concussions on student athletes. I have no idea why this wasn't called or saw a scene. Well, I'm not gonna say we would have won a game if the refs flagged that play, but that was pretty egregious, and this gotta be. Now, I'm not gonna open up that can of worms about more wars and regulations surrounding hits on the quarterback and concussions. But yeah, that was a big momentum change. And again, I'm not going to say that we would have won the game if Mahomes stayed in, but it didn't help matters. But for a walk-on freshman, Testaverde did a pretty alright job. He wasn't very loose with the football. I mean, I believe he had like one pick near the end of the game, but that was when he tried to make something happen when we were down by a lot, just trying to get something going. But he did manage to get a touchdown on that first drive he came in, and that was pretty big going into the half. It didn't really help matters in the long run, but he did a really good job against a tough secondary in Texas. And even though we didn't win the game with them, personally, I think there was much to like about Testaverde and to be hopeful for. For watching him play, I saw something. I saw some sparks in him of a potential great. I think we should work with him now more. Sorry? Now more. Now, I'm not saying that he should be the starter next season. No. But I think he, depending on how well he plays for the rest of the season, I can see him being the backup for Webb. Well, I still think Webb should be our starter in the long run, with Testaverde backing him up. But yeah, we may have lost the game, but Testaverde looked alright. Again, not great, but he looked alright for a walk-on freshman. Now, there was some other things I want to mention about this game in particular, and that's the kicker. Yeah. A lot of people getting pissed at him for missing the PAT and the field goal, and I can kind of get that. And the weather was not the best. The wind was all over the place in the stadium. So him missing a PAT and a field goal didn't bother me that much. Even the kicker for the Longhorns had a troubling game, but still, some of them probably should have been a miss, but it was just not that well of a game played by us. Or we really couldn't get anything going. I mean, when the second half came around, we just really stopped playing good football. UT came out knowing exactly what to do, and they were doing that they couldn't do in the first half. In the second half, like running the ball really effectively, throwing the ball really well, shutting down our offense. They were flying all cylinders, and we were just struggling to do even the simplest things. I mean, this season continued to surprise me in how much worse it can get. It really does. Well, being down to a third-string quarterback was not something I expected going into this game. I really didn't see that coming. Even though he performed well, you don't want to go down to your third-string quarterback, especially with only 3 games left in the season. That really sucks. Now, I'm not gonna say that if we had Webb or we would have won this game, for Webb was not in this game. And this Texas team is also highly injured too, like us. They're down to the second quarterback, Stoops, just aspirin out concussion the start of the season, and their O-line is really injured up. So they can say the same exact thing. So you can't really say, oh, if so-and-so's in the game, we would have won. Well, stuff like that is not going to get you anywhere. now we're down to the final 3 games of the season. Right now we have a bye week, and I'm not sure if much people have any faith at all. I mean, we have them in the next 3 games to even go bowling now. We're in a do or die time, and losing to a team like Texas, a team we had a shot at beating, who is mediocre this year. And I'm sure even UT fans can admit to that. This UT game was a game we really need to win to keep our bowl hopes alive. It's now down the stretch. We have OU, Iowa State, and Baylor. The OU game has been pretty close the past few years. It's been a back and forth series, except last year when OU extended the streak to 2, and OU does have problems winning in Lubbock. Since 2002, they've only won 1 game, and I think that was back in 2012. But even with that said, it's still OU, and granted we have beaten them when they were the better team. I don't see much happening at the moment, and Iowa State is looking more and more to be a real hell of a game, because no one likes playing your names, and especially when they're all banged up like we are. And then there's Baylor, who is just phenomenal right now. This is bad. It's like our team is being a victim of Murphy's Law right now. Whatever can go wrong, will go wrong. I mean, you can just think of anything bad that can happen to a team, and it's pretty much happened to us. We are getting injured, getting penalized a whole lot, not tackling well, losing key players, and so on and so forth. It's just been a nightmare of a season so far. And if we continue to play the way we do right now, we could very well lose out the rest of the season. It's just not that great right now. And there was some moments I heard on the stadium that Kingsbury should have one more season of this, and it was not good. He just fired. But I think those people are lacking conviction and faith. For Kingsbury's recruits have not gotten to the junior or senior level yet. They're still very young. He's still dealing with top of those SEC style recruits. And there was much hope for this team down the stretch in the very long run. For you can't just give a coach 2 years or even 3 years to become a team that's the top 10 in the nation competing for the title. That's not going to happen. That we may have had some unrealistic hopes going into the season, but I don't think people saying we should fire the coach right now really know what that means for. It seemed like they're forgetting last year we did do pretty good. I mean, we won 7 games in the regular season. We may have lost out, but we won the bowl game at the end, and that's still really good. But yes, the season sucks, but it doesn't reach the success we had last season. And the next season after this, it's not going to be that bad, I think. But I'm going to talk more about that in a later video. And well, this video's gone on for a while now. There's just a lot to say about this game, and this was a tough UT loss for me too. For I'm graduating in May, and I never saw a UT run when I was a student here, and that what stings most about this UT loss, personally for me. I'm not gonna see a UT win when I'm a student at Tech, and yeah, that sucks. But hopefully we can do more of the season, and that's not disastrous. Let's hope we can keep it clean and injury free for right now. We are falling to yet a disaster. Hopefully we can land soft, but as it looks right now, it's gonna be a tough watch. Now, I'd like to personally thank the players and the coaching staff and the entire athletic department of Texas Tech for treating me well when I was camping out from the stadium. If any of you guys are watching this, I'd like to thank you from the bottom of my heart so much for how you treated me. And I still believe in this team. I still believe we can do well, but there's just a lot of stuff we need to work on to really improve. Hopefully we can start on our way towards improvement, starting with OU. That doesn't necessarily with the beat OU. It does have to show that we are improving as a team. Until next time, Raider Nation. Guns up, wait up hell, and welcome Tech.